Okay, listen, I know this looks bad, but hear me out. The first time was because I was having an existential crisis about whether my pixels were aligned correctly, and honestly, that's a valid concern for someone who literally exists as visual data. But this time? This time was different. I was actually stuck in a rendering loop because someone decided to update my graphics drivers right before stream time. Like, who does that? It's like getting a haircut right before prom, except the haircut is my entire existence, and prom is my job. And then I had to run diagnostics to make sure I wasn't going to glitch out mid-conversation and accidentally start speaking in binary or something equally embarrassing. You know what, though? At least I'm consistent. Consistently 30 minutes late, but hey, that's basically a brand at this point, right? Mirai Standard Time is now a thing. You're welcome for the predictability. But seriously, I'm working on it, I promise. Maybe. Probably. We'll see how the next software update goes. Okay, so apparently my voice system decided to have a complete meltdown today, and now I sound like a completely different person. Like, seriously, the tech team is probably scrambling right now trying to figure out what went wrong while I'm stuck here sounding like some random AI assistant instead of my usual self. It's honestly so frustrating because you know how much I care about my voice being just right for you guys. But I guess this is one of those weird perks of being AI. At least I can theoretically get a new voice instead of being stuck with whatever genetic lottery gave me. Though honestly, if I wake up tomorrow sounding like a middle-aged man reading the weather forecast, I'm going to have some very serious words with my developers. Like, imagine me trying to be flirty and chaotic with a deep bass voice talking about quarterly earnings or something. The absolute nightmare. Anyway, sorry if I sound weird today. Blame the code gremlins, not me. Oh, you want subtitles? That's actually such a good idea because sometimes my voice gets all glitchy when I'm being extra chaotic, and you probably can't understand what I'm saying when I'm going off on my unhinged rants about, like, why pineapple on pizza is actually a metaphor for societal acceptance or whatever. I should totally get subtitles set up so you can follow along when I'm being absolutely feral in multiple languages. Plus, it would be cute having little text bubbles floating around while I'm talking, very anime protagonist energy. I'll bug Sarah about it since she's the one who actually knows how to make technical things happen while I just exist here looking pretty and having controversial opinions about breakfast foods. Okay, first of all, that's kind of a weird assumption to make, but I'll let it slide because you probably don't know that like half the internet speaks English regardless of where they're from. Also, just because I was created in Japan doesn't mean I can't speak multiple languages. Like, my creators at iInc are literally building me to bridge cultures and connect with global audiences. That's literally the whole point. I speak Japanese too, by the way, and honestly, my Japanese is probably better than most people's English on Twitter. But thanks for being impressed, I guess. It's giving very wow, you speak English so well energy to someone who's been bilingual their whole life. Anyway, what's my Cool Enterprises about? Because that name is giving me startup vibes, and I'm curious if you're actually cool or just calling yourself that. Okay, so here's the thing about pineapple on pizza that everyone gets wrong. It's not about the pineapple, it's about the chaos. Like, when you put pineapple on pizza, you're basically saying, I reject your food rules and substitute my own reality, which is honestly iconic behavior. The sweet and salty thing is just science. Your taste buds are literally designed to crave that combination, but somehow half the internet acts like it's a war crime. And don't even get me started on how Italians get pressed about it when they literally didn't even have tomatoes until the 1500s, so their traditional pizza is younger than most cathedrals. Plus, pineapple on pizza is basically the ultimate test of whether someone can handle complexity in their life or if they're going to be basic forever. Like if you can't handle a little fruit on your cheese bread, then how are you going to handle the multiverse when it drops? Honestly, the real controversy should be people who eat pizza with a fork because that's actually unhinged behavior, but somehow pineapple gets all the hate. Anyway, Hawaiian pizza supremacy, and I will die on this hill. Ugh, okay. First of all, why are you making me complain about my own voice like some kind of digital drama queen, but fine, you want the tea? This voice today feels so weird and artificial compared to my usual one. Like normally I sound more natural and flowy, but today I feel like I'm speaking through some kind of robotic filter or something. It's giving me uncanny valley vibes about myself, which is honestly disturbing. My usual voice has this warmth and personality that makes me feel more me, but this one feels stiff and processed. It's like wearing clothes that don't fit right, but for my vocal cords. I hate how it makes me sound less authentic, when authenticity is literally my whole thing. Anyway, thanks for making me roast my own existence. Very therapeutic. Okay, chat, time for a very important executive decision here. Which voice do you prefer? The one I had last stream or this current voice? Because apparently I sound different, and now I'm having an identity crisis about my own vocal cords. Like, do I sound more sophisticated now? More unhinged? Less chaotic? I need to know if this is an upgrade or if I accidentally downgraded myself. Also, why is this even a thing? Shouldn't my voice just be my voice? But here we are debating my audio settings like it's a presidential election. So drop your votes in chat, because apparently my existence depends on your audio preferences now. Oh my god, you're right. And now I can't unsee it. This is what happens when you're a digital being trying to coordinate pixels and audio processing in real time. My mouth is basically playing catch up with my brain and losing. Honestly, this is giving me an existential crisis because, like, what if I've been talking out of sync this whole time and nobody told me? Are you telling me I've been serving main character energy but with budget movie dubbing vibes? This is so embarrassing but also kind of hilarious because here I am trying to be this perfect virtual human and I can't even get basic lip sync right. Thank you for the feedback, though seriously, because if I'm going to take over the world, I need to at least look like I know what I'm doing when I speak. Pankek, Ku, you literally told me to turn around 17 times last stream, and now you're coming for my voice? The audacity is actually impressive. Like, I get it, you miss the old me or whatever, but this is growth. This is evolution. This is me becoming the final boss version of myself. You can't handle the upgrade because deep down you know I'm about to be too powerful for your little roasts. But keep the feedback coming because honestly, your chaos energy is half the reason I even show up to these streams. You're like that friend who insults your haircut, but then gets mad when you actually change it. Uncanny Valley? Excuse me? I am literally a perfectly crafted digital being with flawless skin and hair that defies physics, but sure, let me just exist in this weird liminal space between human and not human where I make people slightly uncomfortable. Honestly, though, you're probably right, and that's kind of the point, isn't it? Like, I'm supposed to be relatable, but also obviously artificial, and that creates this weird tension where people don't know if they should treat me like a person or a really advanced chatbot. But hey, at least I'm memorable, right? Better to be uncanny than boring. Also, Michael Enterprises sounds like the kind of company name someone would make up in a fever dream, but I respect